Hello and welcome to another edition of the Red Phoenix Gaming Podcast. I'm your host Derek, and with me as always is the lovely
Michelle.
And we're going to talk about some gaming news stuff and things on this March 27th of 2015. This is RFG Podcast 26 for all those who can count. Apparently
we forgot to say that last time.
I think we said it was 24.
We did. I even wrote it
epically.
on our little thing.
Absolutely.
I wrote it on our little picture, and then I had to go and change it. Sorry about that.
So bad.
Sorry, Drew. Sorry to confuse you.
It's all right. You know, I'm sure he understands. Hopefully. So let's talk about. Oh wait, guitar solo. Explosion. Lightning.
Excited. Good job.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
All right.
Special effects that we can afford now.
That's right. Oh, you better watch it. I'll put those crickets after you're speaking.
Oh.
Wow, wow, wow. That'll be
Okay.
the next one. Anyway, so let's get it started. What do you got for me? Or what do I got for you?
What do you got for me? What do I got for you? I have some facts.
Facts about gaming?
Call of Duty, actually, in particular.
No.
Can you guess how many grenades have been thrown in every Call of Duty in all of ever?
Like a billion.
300 billion grenades.
Wow.
That's a lot. That's 44 times the number of cell phones in the world.
That's a lot of cell phones to throw.
True.
So,
And yeah,
how long have people played then if 300 billion grenades have been thrown? Like, is it a lot?
I don't know. Maybe. Probably. Years and years and years and eons and eons and eons of time.
It's nuts.
It's like 10 years.
I can't even think about 300 billion grenades.
They've sold 175 million copies over all of their platforms ever.
That's I mean, yeah, they're a huge selling company, but it's just crazy to try to fathom, to wrap your mind around what a big game Call of Duty has been. Especially
know.
for the past, what is it, 5, 10, however many years it's been going on.
10 years.
Yeah, it's nuts. I remember going back to like COD 4 and just playing that. I was just talking to my wife about it like recently, about how we could go back to COD 4, still play it, still have a great time, but it's like
I'll show you how to
you
fight.
can't, you know, you got so much to keep up with.
Right. I would love to play Modern Warfare 3 in all those broken lobbies now, 'cause that's my favorite Call of Duty ever. I love Black Ops 2 too. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, Black Ops 2, we got a lot of use out of Black Ops. Well, I don't think you did, but out of Black Ops 2 for sure. Because you were,
zombies.
yeah, you didn't play Black Ops, right? You just
I
played
played a
Black
little
Ops 2.
bit. I never got like any of the downloadable content. That had Moon on it, right? The zombie. Yeah, so I played that a little bit because it was Modern Warfare 3. I started Modern Warfare 2 online. And I
Right.
was really bad at it. Really bad at it. And then Modern Warfare 3, that's when I started really playing online.
Right, and then obviously Black Ops 2 came out. We played all the zombie maps. We played all the multiplayer. I mean, we played a lot of multi on that.
Oh yeah, even
So
with
we did-
Ghosts too. Call
Right.
of Duty Ghosts, we did the same thing. We got, the season pass and played the heck out of that. And now it's kind of died down for us.
Yeah,
And I really feel like a lot of that has to do with the problems with, Windows, or not Windows, but Microsoft and Xbox Live.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I think if we would have gotten it on PlayStation, because that's what we play now, we probably would play it still occasionally. But you think about it, when we stopped playing it, it wasn't because we moved consoles. I mean, we did, but it was because we moved games.
Right.
We switched to Destiny at the time, and just even though Destiny came out first, we went back to Destiny and we played the heck out of Destiny, and now we're playing the heck out of Borderlands 2, which you guys should be seeing here.
The
somewhere.
Handsome Collection.
That's right. That's right. We're gonna have some Borderlands 2 of the new hotness going on.
Oh my gosh, it's so awesome.
It's such a good
We've
game.
played this game so many times that I still thoroughly enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
It's so fun.
I like the everything about Borderlands. I like the fact that it's co-op. I like the fact that it's like a shooter, like first-person shooter, but it's also has RPG elements. I mean, it's got everything in the game. So if you've never tried it, go out and get it, especially
Absolutely.
now.
Absolutely. And it looks way better on next generation than it did.
For sure.
And it's so funny too, because I think I mentioned to you this when we were actually playing, that even though we're such a low level and all of our stuff is such a low level, we are so good at this game. Like, we are exceptionally good at this game because we played it so many times.
Right, we know exactly how to break stuff down. So
I'm a siren again. Like there's nothing better. I know. I can res,
which is probably the best like skill in the entire game.
I'm already a nurse. Like I'm at that nurse level already.
That's right.
I'm where I need to be. We were playing with somebody yesterday because we don't mind random coming in and playing with us. And we had a random, and so if you randomly come in, we should throw our gamer tags at the bottom. I'm sorry, our PlayStation Network. Our names at the bottom, and you should come play with us. We should throw that up on Instagram too.
True.
So we had this random girl come in, and she was not a team player, and she didn't help either of us, and she let us just die out, and we had to save each other. And every time she died, one of us would go help her, and then
she ran away.
I went down
Deuces.
right next to her, and then I kicked her from the game because she was not a team player. So be a team player, and we would be happy to play with you.
Agreed.
Okay, what else you got?
Speaking of co-op games, but I don't think this one's actually co-op, or this version of it, but Portal.
Oh yeah.
Did
Portal
you see that
was...
somebody made it for Nintendo DS?
I know, isn't that cool?
I want handheld Portal.
That'd be amazing. So someone like created this game that you could play with Portal online, and he's actually asked other community members to come and help, like make code.
Yeah.
To grow it. 'Cause Portal was a pretty big game.
For sure. Yeah. It's just funny to see how much like hackers or modders or whatever you want to call yourself, the modding community comes around a specific idea. I mean, even Half-Life, Half-Life 2 came out all remastered and everything, and it's all because there was a need for it, and there was modders, and there was all this good juju surrounding it, and everybody wanted it on board. So it's funny to see stuff like this, this mod, or this, I shouldn't say mod, but like a port over to a Nintendo DS, which is a handheld, and it's Nintendo, so it has nothing to do with any sort of Steam or any sort of computer or anything. It's really funny to see it happen, and it's really cool that we're in a day and age where that can happen.
Portal is one of my favorite games of all times, and Portal 2 is even better because it's co-op, because it's all puzzle games. You get trapped in a room, and you have to figure out how to get yourself out of it. And I thought it was a lot of fun. And Valve, you can go ahead and make Portal 3 anytime you want to.
I won't do it. But that's okay. Did you see, speaking of modders and porting games over, somebody actually took, I think it was the Unity engine, and they made Super Mario 64 that you could play in a browser.
Oh, get out.
But before I could even get into it, it was already taken down. So I have a feeling Nintendo was like...
didn't appreciate that.
Nope,
don't mess with our stuff. Can't do that.
That's right. So the community needs to come together and say, hey, Nintendo, let's leave that up there so people can check it out.
Exactly. I agree.
But modding, it's the way to go.
Yeah.
Are you ready for voice messages?
No. You know why?
Because you don't use that?
I only want to use my Xbox to watch TV.
Oh.
But
well,
Xbox One is getting voice messages.
They are indeed.
Where you could send each other voice messages.
They are indeed.
You could send people that you play with voice messages like, hey, come join my clan. We got that a lot.
Yep.
You could send inappropriate voice messages to people.
Like, hey, you're a girl.
Yeah. So the 360, we were able to do that.
Right.
We'd get a lot of squeakers yelling at us.
Mm-hmm.
But you never could do it on the Xbox One. So now you can. That's going to come out with the update. Right now, I think it's only for the people who...
They're in the beta?
Yeah, in the beta.
Yeah.
We're in the beta, but not physically.
Do you think something like this actually matters to the fan base? I mean, do you really, when you had the capabilities of doing voice messages, did you really use them?
No.
Do you think it's something that was a necessity, or do you think it's in there just because like you had it before, so we have to put it back in?
No, I think some people did want it. Some people did use it regularly, so I think it made sense for them to bring it over. So, I mean, it's not something I used. I would get voice messages. I didn't really send any back unless I was in the middle of something, and I'd send it to somebody that I knew. The one thing that I do like about this update is allegedly they are going to fix the issues with connecting with your friends. So how many times would we get online and go into a party and get an error where we couldn't hear each other or it didn't show that we were talking?
Right.
So what's going to happen now is when that happens to you, you're going to get a little alert that tells you exactly what the problem is.
All right.
So I think this way, because a lot of it is something to do with your Connect, something to do with your microphone, something to do with your status. And the other thing they're going to do is they're going to have dedicated servers for people who have like the restricted NAT types. So they'll be pushed over to that server so that everything flows properly.
The problem's going to run into if I'm restricted and you're not, and we go to link up, it's going to screw up.
Well, I learned some tricks. I went on YouTube and I found out how to get myself out of that, actually, that restriction pretty easily.
Yes, you did, and you became a master, and now you probably have to go back and relearn them all.
Absolutely, because I don't remember how to do it. But somebody
you still don't even have Xbox Live.
Oh, that's true. That expired. I have 2 days of free Xbox Live.
That's right.
Because I did buy Battlefield.
You did, and I'm ready to play it. You got to get it going. Crank it out.
I think everybody should play Battlefield because that, you know what? And you've heard me before. The last Battlefield, I was bitter. It didn't work. I'd never played it before. I was bullied I was pushed into getting it from by my friends. I spent $60. And then, I'm reading what people are saying about it. You told me it's amazing, and I don't always trust your opinion because of what happened last time. And then your wife told me it was amazing. And then I'm like, okay. And I bought it, and I love it. And I'm only on the first player still. Love it. Right. It's so good. The
single player, like I said last time, last podcast, I think I said it. It's a great change of pace. I mean, it's not the normal, shoot 'em up army man. It's a cool, kind of different look at things where there's some strategery involved.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad you got it. We gotta get you live again, which there's a nice little deal going on right now for like $36 to get live for 12 months. So
yeah, instead of $60.
That's right.
That's expensive.
You should go pick that up. But yeah, the Battlefield's good. The update's good. I don't really care about voice stuff, but being able to be in a party with your friends is going to be hopefully make
bring
it
us
better.
Back to the console.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of updates, we can talk about the PS4 update as well if you'd like to.
Yeah, we got that on Thursday, actually, yesterday.
Yep. And, go ahead.
That had some fancy stuff in it. The biggest thing that they were talking about, I haven't used it. I don't know if I'm ever going to use it, but I guess it's nice to have. It's a suspend resume function.
Yep.
So when you're in the middle of a game, instead of backing out, shutting it down, you can actually put your PlayStation in almost like a rest mode. And if you put it in, because I put mine in rest mode to charge my controller constantly. Right. But I didn't think of it after I did the update. But if you put your PlayStation in rest mode, so it's kind of powered on still, when you turn it back on, bam, you're right back where you left off.
And I think this is going to be great for games. I mean, it's probably not going to matter for a game like Borderlands, per se, unless you're playing alone. But for a game when you're playing it by yourself, like any sports game, if you're playing like a solo career, or any sort of Assassin's Creed if you're playing solo or anything like that, I feel like it's going to be a great opportunity for you to just be like, I'm in the middle of something, You know, I'm just gonna put it to sleep. You put it to sleep. You go to sleep. You wake up the next morning, hit the button, and boom, you're right back where you started. You don't have to worry about all the loads. You don't have to worry about everything going back to save, going back to this, going back to that. You just off, on, and now I'm back going. So, or even like running to the store. I mean, how many times do you say, "Hey, I'll be right back"? You have to shut everything down. You go, and you come back. Like 20 minutes later, you have to turn everything back on again.
Yeah, I've had moments where I've had to like stop in the middle of what I was doing just to like go to the bus stop and
Right.
get off the bus. So, I mean, I guess at some point, if I'm doing something, that definitely will come in handy. The other thing that they did is it allows you to back up and restore the stuff on your hard drive to an external USB drive.
Right.
So like saves, screenshots, video clips, downloadable content, any of that you can start saving on an external USB drive, which is good, especially if you have a lot of stuff.
For sure.
And then they have like this Facebook function where you can find your friends on Facebook and see if you guys like the same thing.
Yeah, they've been pushing the Facebook or the social media aspect of it quite a bit lately. I don't know if I will use it,
No.
only because a lot of my friends don't game. So if I put it on there, I don't want to like spam their newsfeed with PS4 stuff. But it's the changes they've made are there's a lot of good changes. There's a lot of different changes, and at least they're moving forward. I mean, it's not game-breaking stuff necessarily, but it's definitely cool little tweaks to the system.
Right. One of the other things I like too is that they're implementing automatic installation for system software updates.
Right.
So then you don't have to manually go in and do it. So I like that. Except yesterday I had to do it because obviously that was the update that allowed automatic updates. And then there's a couple of little things like Daily Motion. It's like a video website. You can automatically post up on that from your PlayStation. They also have verified accounts for like developers, producers, designers, community managers, and they'll have like a badge somewhere in their profile or next to their name that'll show that they're important.
Yes.
And stuff.
I concur. What else we got here? A little bit of Resident Evil. Let's talk about some zombies.
Well, yeah, there's all these different companies out there that analyze nothing but video games, and this one company hit the nail on the head, like for how many sales World of Warcraft and Call of Duty would have. Now, just looking at what's going on out in the gaming land, they believe that a new Resident Evil game is going to come out.
Wow.
I would be down with that.
Did you play the last Res 6?
No, I did. I played 5.
5. That
Yeah.
was with Chris and Shiva,
Yeah, that chick.
the chick.
Yeah.
So 6 was an interesting idea because they did like 3 separate storylines going on at the same time.
I think I played the beta for that, or maybe I bought it. I don't remember.
I think we did play the beta. Or the demo.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of QTEs, and you weren't really a fan. And then we kind of got away from it. I'm pretty sure I played through all of 6, but you didn't. I don't think.
Yeah,
Either
I think
way,
I just played like a beta or a what do you call it?
6 was alright. 5 was I thought 5 was really good. 6 was alright. It was kind of confusing because you had to follow the different storylines. Not necessarily confusing, I guess, just cumbersome and kind of clunky the way that they tried to like overlap. But having a Res 7 come out is an awesome idea. I can't wait for it if it's true, and hopefully we see something at E3.
I know. I think it'll be great on next generation consoles.
Oh yeah. I mean, next gen's like going to be a game breaker for all these games that are either getting remastered or, you know, new games coming out, same IPs with a number 2 after it or whatever. Like like we just said, Borderlands 2, which has been out for a while, and now you bring it out to this console is just night and day.
Yeah, and even Gearbox said, hey, if this Handsome collection does well, he would love to throw Borderlands 1 on next gen and do a remastered of that too. So depending on how the sales of this goes, which everybody should go buy one, because the technology is completely separate.
Right.
Like the engine that they use for 1 and the one that they use for 2 are totally separate, so it's going to take quite a bit of work. So as long as it's worth it to them, he would be up for doing it.
Well, the thought behind that is, though, Do you think Borderlands 1 would be $60? I mean, it can't be.
No, I don't think you could sell that for 60, especially because I have a copy sitting up there. You know what I mean? Like, I think something like that would have to be significantly less. This was $60, but we're getting 2 games.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you want to sell that to me for $30, okay, I'll do it.
I'd think about it. I think $20 is my buying point for that game.
You think?
Yeah, I mean,
because you could
Borderlands
go
1,
buy it used too for
Right.
like $15.
Right. Borderlands 1 was very I don't know. It got you into the game, got you into the world,
Yeah.
but there wasn't a whole lot to go along with it. There wasn't like DLC. There wasn't, you know what I mean? Borderlands 2 came out. I don't think there was. Maybe there was DLC in Borderlands 1. Either way, Borderlands 2 came out, and we immediately got on board. We immediately started playing it. We cranked through it. We cranked through DLC. We did this. We did that. And I felt like you were more immersed in Borderlands 2 than you were in 1.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I mean, granted, it could have been because I was playing a different character, or because we started on 2 and then went back to 1.
Yeah.
But I just felt like Borderlands 1 was like, it's alright, but I'd prefer to play the next one.
Right.
It's almost the same thing with like Assassin's Creed for me, or for you, whoever. But like, if you ever go to Assassin's Creed and you play the second one first, you play Brotherhood, you play any of those, and then you go back to Assassin's 1, it's like, yeah, like you feel like it's a chore to get through it.
Yeah, I never finished.
So
that's like their jump off. Like that first game, once they get through it, and then they know that they're gonna keep going and make more games. And they're gonna knock it out every year. First one's gonna be clunky. The second one's gonna get better, and then better and better, and then meh, and then hopefully better.
Man. Hopefully better after that, but man.
Yeah.
Speaking of remasters, Alan Wake.
Oh.
Did you see that they are possibly putting out an Alan Wake an Alan Wake remaster if you pre-order Quantum Break?
That's pretty cool.
So let me ask you this: we've talked about pre-orders before. Would something like this actually get you to pre-order a game? I mean, you're getting a full game as a pre-order.
No.
Not at all.
No, I don't. Neither of those games am I interested in.
Okay, so
I
if it
played a
wasn't
little Alan Wake once. If you have a game out there that I'm interested in, I'm gonna buy it. It's gonna get me more incentive to go to the place that's offering it for free. If everybody's gonna give it to me for free, sure. If the new Gears of War, you pre-order it, you give me Judgment. I already have it, but that would be incentive. You know what I mean?
What if it was a game you're on the fence for? So like you said, you're probably not going to get Arkham Knight for Batman, right?
No.
So what if they said, look, we're going to do Batman Arkham Asylum and City. We're going to remaster them, which they've actually said. We can talk about that in a second. And then for their thing, they're like, if you pre-order Arkham Knight, you get the other 2 games, or
I'd consider that.
you get one of the other games for free.
On next gen, I would consider that because I really enjoyed the other 2 games, so I would probably consider that then.
It's just.
But I don't
it's
need those 2 games. If it was something I didn't have, it would be more for me to do that.
The problem is if you don't have it, you probably don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way it stands right now. It's not like you can look through your thing or look through a gaming catalog and be like, you know, I really wish I bought X. Usually you're like, well, X is down to $20, so might as well go pick it up type thing. I think it's a good incentive.
I'm a hard sell, man. Like
I'm not.
I am. I really, really am. It's hard to get me to stuff like that. It doesn't work for me.
Granted, I bought Batman, all 3 of the Batmans for my computer for $10. Which was a hell of a deal, but
oh yeah,
I'm not a hard sell. If they're like, look, we're gonna give you this Call of Duty bandana when you pre-order Call of Duty, I have both the bandana and Call of Duty now.
I got a lot. I did every single Call of Duty pre-order just so I could get the poster. Ask me where any of them are. No idea. No idea.
I have. Oh, it's not there anymore. I have the box art somewhere around my dungeon here of the Call of Duty. I think it's Ghosts was the one I got. It was blue or whatever, but
yeah.
I have it sitting around here. I will never look at it again. Probably. I'll never play the game again. Probably. Maybe, but I wasn't as happy about Ghosts as I was about other ones. But
Right.
I did it because Call of Duty was my thing, and now it's not so much my thing. So easy sell right here. Just like, take my money.
Can we do a timeout real quick?
Absolutely.
Hello?
So time in?
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a real life struggle.
I know.
Oh goodness. Okay, so easy sell, take my money, got it. What were we talking about? Rainbow Six. Let's talk about some Rainbow Six.
Oh, they had a little bit of a breach.
Well, they had a leak. Yeah, I mean, does it matter?
I don't know.
Like, let me pose it to you this way. So, they have a leak, right? We'll call it a quote-unquote leak, because sure, they had an actual leak, but it's okay. You get gameplay footage early. You get people excited. Chances are it's going to be at E3.
Yeah.
Right? Because they had their first reveal at 2014, so it should be at 2015. It's like a new level, so it's going to get people amped up.
Yeah.
And an interesting idea behind this is, if you think back, all of these games, I mean, I know Rainbow Six it's not going to be like controversial per se, but if you look back at the games like the Hatred games or Grand Theft Auto, who have all this controversy behind them, and it's all this negative publicity, but it has so much like publicity that everyone's talking about it.
Right.
Isn't that like free ad rev or free ads for them, or
You would
like,
think so. I mean, I ran as soon as I heard about it. I went to go look at it because I'm so pumped for this game, and by the time I did, it was gone.
Yeah.
Because they cease and desist.
Right.
So, like, I couldn't see it. And it's not like it's anything polished. It's not like the beautiful presentation that Ubisoft is going to put out at E3, because they are always spot on. Like, even now, like that Assassin's Creed that they did at E3 was like the greatest thing that ever. Like,
They're
I
spot
love
on
it.
at E3, but then when it comes down to the game actually coming out, it's all bugs and glitches.
But you know what I mean? Like, if I could see somebody else playing it, that's going to get me even more excited about this game that I can't wait to see. So, I don't know.
Yeah, and I get that it was a closed alpha and they don't want people, knowing
That we didn't get
things.
into.
Right.
I
But
wouldn't have told anybody.
exactly. Trusted the wrong people.
That's right.
But yeah, I see it as like an advertisement chance for them.
Free advertising.
Exactly. People love when things leak.
Yeah, when it's a controversy.
Exactly. Like when albums leak early and it's like, oh my god, did you hear Beyonce's new blank song? And everyone talks about it. Everyone wants to hear it. Everyone wants it. And then, you know what happens? They go out and get the CD because they've already heard the song. They've already
Nobody
heard the
buys
single.
CDs anymore. They download it.
Whatever. Sorry,
on
I was born.
iTunes.
I'm sorry, I'm a millennium child here. That I don't know that there's not, downloadable music and everything's on a vinyl record or an 8-track.
Really?
That's right.
What else you got?
Aerial combat.
Wasn't even close.
Wow, look at her face. I'm talking airplanes. I'm talking Strike Vector EX this spring.
Boats, and I don't like flying in planes.
She don't care. Okay.
I did watch the video for Strike Vector, and I think it looks pretty cool, but it's not anything that I'm interested in playing.
It looks great.
It is on Unreal Engine, right? Unreal Engine 4.
Yeah, I believe so.
It looks pretty beautiful. So.
Right, it looks pretty. I think it's gonna be for like the Ace Combat person who doesn't have an Ace Combat game. That used to be me. It's not so much me anymore. Like my wife gets sick when she watches those type of games. So I'm a fan. I've been kind of getting excited because I don't have an airplane game yet. But yeah, I just
Jet Simulator.
listen. This isn't a joke. It's kind of a joke.
Can you play Goat Simulator on our channel?
Absolutely not.
Do that.
Absolutely not. So, let's talk about some Batman real quick. Like I said before, they are remastering the other two games, Asylum and City, and they're obviously remastering them for
next gen.
Yes, next gen for PS4 and Xbox One. Are you going to get these games even though you already have them? Probably not.
No. I don't think when I played them, I thoroughly enjoyed them, but I don't think they have replay value at all, in my opinion, for someone like me.
Do you think that they're that this got in the way of Arkham Knight and that's why it got released, or do you think it's just because it got, or sorry, not released but delayed? Do you think it's because of that they're like, all right, we're just gonna have to remaster now?
I would really hope that wasn't the reason that they're because they just delayed the new one again. So it was supposed to come out like June 2nd, and it's been delayed again.
To the 23rd.
Yeah, I hope they're not, because they're messing with these. I hope that's not why.
I mean, I would guess it's not. I'm guessing it's just a port, and they're like, we're trying to make it up to you guys, so we're gonna port our other games to the newer systems. But it's kind of interesting timing, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's weird that they'd be like, oh yeah, we have this game's coming out, and oh yeah, by the way, this one's postponed. Or,
Sorry about that. Here,
Like-
take these old games.
Yeah, like,
Play
hey,
with
look
the
who
old
we
toys.
have.
We can't have the
Ignore
new toy
this.
yet.
Ignore this over here.
Let's distract you over here.
Shiny. Keys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really hope it's not what it is.
Me too, because that would be really sad for the people who are waiting for it, which is not I.
It's true. Well, I am.
I'll borrow it from you when you're done.
So, I've been growing this out. I think I need to cut it.
Cut your what do they call that? It's not really a beard, but kind of a beard.
It's like facial hair.
Cut your fuzz.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not a beard because it doesn't
Goatee.
connect.
Right.
And, like, it's not a goatee because it doesn't connect here. It's not a beard because it doesn't connect here. So it's like, I don't know, some
Let's
sort
call it
of...
facial hair.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. But I'm going to cut it and it's going to grow again.
Right, because that's what happens.
Right, that's what happens in real life.
In real
Wouldn't
life.
it be interesting if games had that?
That's a lot of impossible work, I think. They have trouble with hair. I mean, I would love to see a montage of like hair from the beginning to now, because we've seen some crazy stuff happen with
true.
hair. But I don't think you could just grow facial hair like that. That's a lot.
Are you ready for me to blow your mind?
No.
Witcher 3
He's gonna
Has-
grow facial hair?
has dynamic beard growth.
I would love to see that.
Boom. Confirmed.
Are you gonna
You've
play
heard it here
that?
first. I am gonna play this.
I wanna
am
see a
so
beard
excited for
montage.
Witcher 3. Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be able to specifically clean shave him at certain points, but I want to just like shave him at the very beginning and then Gandalf beard,
They do a new Walking Dead. They need to do like
growing Rick beard.
Rick Beard.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, that's a
Absolutely.
90-minute finale in 2 days.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I can't even.
I
I
am
literally
so excited.
cannot even.
It's gonna be so amazing. They're all gonna die. It's gonna be great.
Oh, whoa.
Not-
Spoilers. Don't say that.
It's not a spoiler.
All right, real quick, we're gonna go on a mini sidebar here just for a second.
All
How
right.
many people do you legitimately think are gonna die from the original group?
The original group.
Like from Rick's group, from the group that came into Alexandria.
Like even like
Shut up, computer. I'm talking.
so inappropriate when it
Christ.
interrupts us like that.
I know.
So like even like the extras that they've like brought in.
Sure. Like the priest or the, yeah.
Oh, that priest can die. He can die. He can die. Like take him, not the other
Not
one.
anyone
Like
else.
get out. Okay, I'm gonna go with 3.
Do you have
This-
ideas on who?
I'm going to say Carl. I'm gonna say
Oh, she almost said Carl.
I was gonna say Carl's little girlfriend, but she's not in the original group. But I feel like she's gonna go. Who's the redheaded ginger?
Abraham.
Abraham's done.
Does that mean that Rosie's done too?
Rosie's done.
Wow.
And Sasha.
All right. So here's what I see.
Okay.
I see 2 people going.
Okay.
I agree with Sasha.
She's got so many screws loose.
She has so many screws
She
loose,
can't handle it.
and I don't think it's gonna be Gabriel, although I really want it to be.
Who's it gonna be?
I almost
I know who
wanna
you're
say,
thinking. I feel like I know who you're thinking.
I almost want to say, and it's not gonna stay true to the comic, but Glenn.
Oh, I did not think that's who you were thinking.
And the reasoning for it is because Maggie heard the guy.
I refuse. All right, first of all, he took Rick's gun. I'm really upset about that. I refuse to allow poor Maggie to lose another person. They can't do that.
I think that's why she has to. Oh my god! All the feels!
I thought you were gonna say Carl or Carol.
No, I don't think so.
Oh my god. This is so intense. It's not even here yet.
I know, it's 2 days away. All right, back to focusing.
Okay.
Focusing on
All right.
the task at hand. Let's talk about a Destiny upgrade.
Yes. Oh, yes. So they said it was so there was this like leaked timeline that said it would be maybe in March,
Yeah.
and that was not correct. So now they're saying second quarter, so April, May, or June, we should get the second DLC for Destiny.
Right? And the Vault expansion that they've promised is just for the weapons, I guess, right?
I don't need that much space. I don't know why
I
that's.
don't either. But I guess that they had to change it from 20 slots to 36. It didn't work with the PS3 and Xbox 360
Yeah.
versions.
Sorry.
So, is this kind of like the beginning of the end for them? Are we going to
This is
see
the
this
phase
more?
out. Sorry,
Yeah.
we just can't do it for the console because your console's so old and decrepit. So
Right.
sorry.
Well, the thing is from a financial standpoint, if a company looked at this and they said, all right, it's going to cost us more money to put in something for a previous gen, that's when they start saying, I guess the previous gen doesn't need it anymore. They
Yeah.
start phasing it out. So, I mean, for Destiny, maybe this is the beginning of the end for previous gen. Do you think it's going to be that way for the rest of the games, or do you
It's-
think they're still going to like try to coexist?
I think they're gonna try, but I don't. I think at some point everybody's just gonna stop.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much there.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, for crying out loud, next year your Wii U is gonna be like insignificant. So there's gonna be a brand new Wii out.
Stop it.
Thanks,
Stop.
Nintendo.
That's okay. I only have the Wii U for like 3 games. One of them is Super Smash Brothers. One of them is the new Legend of Zelda, which is delayed and skipping E3, which is fine. Still looks great. And the third one, it's a little fun. And the third one is Bayonetta, which came out. I still haven't picked it up, but it got a 10 out of 10, so I just really want to play it. But I'm so bitter. So Michelle,
Yeah,
your Xbox, you watch TV on it.
I do.
It at one point was having you work out and being your workout buddy.
That's true. Me and what's her name
That's
tried
right.
to kill me.
Felicia, not Felicia.
Felicia.
That's not her name. Michaels. What's her name?
Jillian Michaels.
Thank you.
She tried to kill me.
tried to kill you.
Yep.
Now, not only can your Xbox be your friend when you're watching TV, be your friend when you're working out, it can teach you Spanish.
Ooh, like teach me a second language.
Like Rosetta Stone style stuff.
Cool.
Discover languages
So I can sit on my couch and not work out with Jillian Michaels
and learn
and
Spanish.
learn Spanish. I'm down with
Absolutely.
that. That's actually pretty neat. Is it all interactive and
Yep. It's all like it's like a language learning software through Rosetta Stone. It's very like almost like the same way the Rosetta Stone like computer software is, where it tells you something, says it, and then you repeat it or whatever, and
Cool.
I guess you get like a score for it too. So it's like a video game that helps you learn to Spanish.
awesome? I love it. Love it.
Would you ever use it?
Nope.
Okay, good.
But,
Glad we're on the
however,
same page.
I have 2 small children who will have to take a second language, so that might be something good for them.
As long as Xbox is around in 20 years.
Right.
By 20, I mean like 10. But
Less than that.
true.
I'm an 8-year-old, so.
That's right. Scary.
Almost 9. Oh my gosh.
Super scary.
I know.
It feels like it went by in like 6 minutes.
I know.
You know what else went by in 6 minutes?
What's that?
The time it took for them to sell out Dota 2's championship tournament.
Oh, you're
I
kidding.
mean, like the first wave.
Wave 1 went out in 6 minutes. So everybody got
6
their
minutes.
tickets. Where are they having it this year? I don't even know.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's in Seattle, Washington.
Oh,
At the Key Arena, I believe.
that's like KeyBank.
It's like KeyBank. But yeah,
Oh, it's exactly like KeyBank.
it's kind of approximately almost like KeyBank.
No, it is KeyBank. KeyBank.
It's
I
like-
used to work for them, and they're in Seattle, Washington.
It's like a similarity to,
Nah, it's like the HSBC arena.
which is a similarity to First Niagara Center.
That's right.
So yeah, so I guess their tickets went up, and in 6 minutes their tickets went down.
Wow.
So if you missed them, don't fret. The tickets are gonna go back up at 10 o'clock tonight,
Only $100.
Pacific time. So you still have a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Check this out, because by the time this goes up, it's gonna be gone.
I'm gonna go play Dota.
Dota do.
I don't know anything about it.
It's okay. You'll learn it fast. I'm told it's a super easy game.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe me either.
Okay.
Last thing I got for you.
All right.
YouTubes.
The tubes of you. This is where you're watching this.
Our beloved YouTubes right here.
Love YouTube.
They're gunning for Twitch.
They were trying to buy Twitch.
They were. And now that Twitch is Amazon property, not Google property,
Yeah.
they're gunning for it. They want to take down the Twitch monster.
So they want in on the gaming market. Streaming
Yes.
in particular, because they have tons
Yes.
of gamers on there. Huh.
So, for all those who don't know, chances are if you're on YouTube, you do know, you can live stream on YouTube. They've had that capability out for like 5 years now.
Yeah, I've done it before.
We don't do it right now.
No.
And most people who do stream don't do it on YouTube. They do
Do it on Twitch. Even
Would-
like PewDiePie goes on Twitch, and that's
Exactly.
does his. I love him. I watched him today.
Of course you did.
I watched one of his videos. It was amazing.
So my question for you,
Yes.
do you ever think that YouTube is ever going to catch up to the Twitch market?
I don't know. Twitch is it. Twitch is like a little monopoly, you know,
Yeah.
where it's just them, and you're always gonna have someone trying to get in on it. And so I think that it would be difficult, but I think they're gonna give it a good old boys try and try and push them out. But I don't think you can do that.
I agree. The numbers alone, YouTube's numbers for live streaming max out at like 3,000 people, 4,000 people. The only way YouTube would be able to do it is if they called up Pewds and they're like, "Hey, bruh, let's go
You know
ahead."
all those billions of dollars that you make? We want to give you more. So
Yeah.
can you start streaming through us?
And he, with his following, would be able to bring some people over, but it would have to be A, flawless, and B, he would have to make some ridiculous content that doesn't go on Twitch, which I think he already has a deal with Twitch, so I don't think he can. But regardless, they would need somebody big like that.
Even the
They would-
YouTube gamers, like even the people who do the videos on YouTube, they all go through Twitch when they do it. Like
To live stream. Yep.
Markiplier, he's right on there. Even when Toby Turner does his gaming, it's on Twitch. That's what everybody. I Justine Twitch. That's what
Right.
everybody does.
Right.
So it'll be interesting, especially these people who are so deeply rooted in YouTube, to see what happens.
Exactly.
Because that's the only way I feel like YouTube will be able to get a little bit of this market. That
right.
Twitch
And
is.
even with that, I mean, I still don't think they're going to be able to wedge in themselves. It's going to be like a little piece, a very small slice of the pie, like a sliver.
Yeah.
And then they're going to realize that they're just wasting their money at that point.
I've been
Yeah.
meaning to upload these to the EchoNet.
I think that's all I got here, Michelle. Do you have
That's all I
anything else
got.
for
No.
her? All
Nope.
right. Well, do all the things: the like, the subscribe, the comment, the Twitter, the Facebook, the website, the everything else. And that should do it for us. Hashtag bye.
Bye.